On November 8, 2010, Markham, Ontario was shaken by a chilling crime. Jennifer Pan, a 24-year-old student, called 911 to report a home invasion.
What's your name?
My name is Jennifer.
So it just broke in?
Someone broke in and I heard shots like pops. I don't know what's happening. I'm tied upstairs.
Does it sound like gunshots?
I don't know what gunshot sounds like. I just heard a pop.
She claimed 2 armed men broke into her parents' house, shot her mother and father, and then fled. Strangely, Jennifer was unharmed. At first, investigators thought it was a random attack, but something didn't add up. The case quickly turned into a web of betrayal and deception, revealing a far darker story than anyone could have imagined. Who was behind the brutal crime, and why was Jennifer the only one left standing? Jennifer's voice was shaking. She was scared and desperate at the same time.
Where are you, ma'am?
Please just go home. I don't know where my parents are.
Ma'am, calm down. What?
Some people broke into our house and they showed all his money.
Ma'am, where are you? What?
Avenue.
For the operator, something didn't seem right. There was a terrible scene at the Pan family home when the police came. Bitch Pan, Jennifer's mother, had been shot several times. When the police came into the house, she was already dead. Han Pan, her father, was still living but badly hurt. Because he was shot in the face, he will never see again. The most unsettling thing was that Jennifer was not hurt at all. Even though she said the intruders had tied her up, there were no signs of pain or fight on her. She was not hurt at all while her parents were badly hurt. The house also didn't look like it had been broken into. There were no broken windows or doors that had been kicked in, or any other signs of a normal break-in. On the other hand, Jennifer claimed it was a failed theft. Investigators began to ask more questions as they learned more about the case. That's why they didn't take anything. Things were not what they seemed to be right away, even though the study had only just begun. People still didn't know what the real reason was for the attack on the Pan family. The truth would come out soon, and everything would change. As the investigation went on, the officers started to doubt Jennifer's story. Surprisingly, her father was the one who gave her the idea. Han finally woke up after being seriously hurt in the attack and falling into a coma. He then told them something very important. It was during the attack that he saw Jennifer whispering to one of the accused intruders. She was talking to him in a calm and friendly way. This gentle comment made it very hard to believe that Jennifer had anything to do with the crime. On November 19, 2010, Bitch Ha Pan was buried. Han Pan could not go to the funeral because he was hurt. Until November 22, 2010, it became clear that Jennifer was involved in the killings.
On the 9th of November, and I believe again on the 11th of November. Is that correct? Okay. And do you know why we're here today?
Just to discuss stuff.
Yeah, regarding what?
Yeah.
She admitted to the crime during her third interview with the police, but it was full of errors. She revealed that she had hired hitmen to kill her parents, but she said that the killers were supposed to go after her instead.
So what happened at my home?
Okay. And as a result of that home invasion, your father, Han Pan, was actually shot, and your mother, Vic Pan, was actually killed. Is that correct? Yeah, you'll have to speak up a little bit just so I can hear you.
Sorry, yes.
Okay.
The cops did not believe Jennifer's story because it seemed too good to be true. Jennifer confessed after being questioned for a long time. The Reed method was something that Detective William Bill Gertz used. It was controversial because it let him use psychological tricks and even lie to Jennifer about the proof they had against her. Goetz lied to her when he said that they had software that could spot lies and infrared satellite technology that could watch people move around inside buildings. Police in Canada are allowed to lie to suspects during interrogations. This was a key part of revealing Jennifer's story to the public. Jennifer finally admitted that she planned the murder of her parents, even though the way she did it was questionable. This showed that she had hired a group of men to do the killings. But what drove her to go to such great lengths? Was there something more evil going on behind what she did? Jennifer wasn't the only one who killed the people. The terrible crime was carried out by a group of people, and over the next few months, the cops would find each of them one by one. In April 2011, 24-year-old Rahimi Milvaganam was arrested at the Jane Finch Mall in North York. He was the first person to be arrested. Soon after, Michael Carty, another suspect, was caught at the Maplehurst Correctional Complex in Milton, Ontario. The cops also caught two other men, Daniel Wong and Benjamin Crawford. Wong was arrested at work on April 26, 2011, and Crawford was caught in Brampton in May. The most important question was still, what made Jennifer Pan plan to kill her parents so badly? Everyone was shocked when Jennifer Pan was arrested. What looked like an unplanned break-in was actually a murder planned by a daughter who seemed to have everything but really wanted more. On the outside, Jennifer Pan's life looked perfect, but it was all a carefully constructed illusion based on lies and a strong desire to run away from her strict childhood. Before we can understand how her world of lies fell apart, we need to look at her early life and the stress she felt when her parents were always watching her. She was born in Scarborough, Ontario in 1986. Both of my parents were Chinese refugees who left Vietnam in the late 1970s and came to Canada. They came to the United States to find a better life and leave the difficulties of war and poverty behind. They moved to Toronto and got jobs at Magna International, an Aurora company that makes car parts. Han worked hard to support his family while Bitch worked in the workshop. Han had learned how to make tools and dyes in Vietnam. The couple had a simple but comfortable life by 2004. They bought a house in Markham with a 2-car garage on a quiet neighborhood street. The city is known for having a lot of Asian people living there. People outside of the Pan family seemed to have everything: success, security, and the hope of a great future for their children. Even when Jennifer was young, her parents made it clear that they had high hopes for her. They were determined that their kids would do well in school and in the workplace. Jennifer was pushed to do her best in everything. Jennifer took lessons in music theory and rhythm and also learned how to figure skate when she was only 12 years old. She trained most days to reach her goal of becoming an Olympic figure skater. She had a dream that ended quickly when she tore a muscle in her knee. Still, her parents' standards did not change. Jennifer played flute in Mary Ward Catholic Secondary School's band, but her grades were average, that is 70%. However, she showed her parents fraudulent report cards with straight A's to make them think she was doing well. She was struggling in school and hiding her grades. Jennifer's biggest deception began when she failed calculus as a senior. Her failure got her into Ryerson University, but she couldn't start early. The punch overwhelmed Jennifer. She lived 2 lives to avoid embarrassment for failing. Jennifer taught piano, sat at coffee shops, and worked at a restaurant instead of going to college. But she lied to her parents. She pretended to be in college and made up stories about winning funding and getting into the University of Toronto pharmacy program. Jennifer strengthened her falsehood using used textbooks and pharmacology videos online. She produced false class notes to present her parents when they inquired about her grades. Not the end, though. Jen also informed her parents she stayed with a buddy near school throughout the week. This friend was her high school sweetheart, Daniel Chi Kwong Wong, who had transferred schools due to academic issues. Wong, a local restaurant employee who supplied drugs, was crucial to Jennifer's secret life. Jennifer dated Wong despite her parents' ban on high school dating. Wong's illicit activities, such as selling marijuana, were one of many things Jennifer lied about to her strict parents to keep their relationship a secret. Jennifer's world was an elaborate fiction, but the stress of maintaining it was showing. She had to look good even if it meant lying to her loved ones. Her mounting resentment and her parents' tight control made things heated. Jennifer had never been to a party, drunk, or traveled alone by 22. Jennifer felt bound by the constant expectations and standards, and her friends thought she was being roasted as a child. She couldn't hide her desire for freedom. Despite her beautiful veneer, Jen Pan lied, wanted freedom, and was angry at her parents. Jennifer told her parents she was working at the hospital for sick children, pretending to study at Ryerson. They were suspicious when she didn't have a hospital ID or clothes. After following her to work, Bitch discovered she lied. Han was about to toss Jennifer out when Bitch stopped him. Jennifer's parents advised her to apply to college after high school. Cultural barriers prevented her from talking to her partner. Despite this, they dated secretly. Wong got sick up with the rules in 2009 and split up with her partner to date someone else. After Jennifer Pan confessed and the police investigated, the November 20th 10 attack on the Pan family was revealed. Jennifer reconnected with high school buddy Andrew Montemayor in spring 2010. He denied being proud of knife-point robberies. Monica Mayer connected Jennifer with Ricardo Duncan. Jennifer stated she paid Duncan $1,500 to murder her father at work. Duncan denied her request and refunded her. Jennifer and her boyfriend answered again about the same time. The two planned to hire a hitman for $10,000. They anticipated Jennifer would inherit $500,000 from her parents. Following that, they would live together. Wong connected Jennifer with criminal Lenford Roy Crawford.
I don't know who is behind it, right? I just know that her parents didn't want us to be, her family didn't want us to be together.
And she loved you like you would love anybody.
Yeah.
Right? She loved you and would do anything for you.
Yeah.
Crawford gave Jennifer an iPhone and SIM card so they could communicate without her phone, and her parents wouldn't notice. Craig then contacted Eric Sean, Sniper, Carty, who contacted Montrealer David Milvaganam.
She seemed to have got rid of a SIM card in her phone, but she didn't get rid of the phone. And the police found text messages on the phone.
Milvaganam was suspected of being a hitman. Carty was convicted of another murder in 2009. Late on November 8, 2010, the Pan family house in Unionville, Markham, was attacked. Jennifer answered the phone and opened the door before bed. Crawford, Carty, and Milvaganam entered the Pan family house, armed, executing the plan. Carty said that he drove, chose, and planned the house break-in. After many investigations, the triggerman, the person who shot the victims, has not been found. After demanding money, the men searched the main bedroom. After that, they shot Jennifer's parents many times in the basement. Han survived while Bish died from her injuries. The criminals fled with Jennifer's $2,000 cash after the attack. Jennifer told police the boys tied her up, but she called 911.
My dad just went outside screaming.
Do you think your mom is downstairs too?
I don't hear her anymore.
Han was rushed to Markham Stouffville Hospital and then to Sunnybrook Hospital in Toronto for medical care. Jennifer Pan and her pals were on trial for 10 months, starting in March 2014. All first-degree murder, attempted murder, and murder planning defendants pleaded not guilty. Jennifer's account was questioned due to over 100 messages with Daniel Wong and difficulties with her statement. Her story didn't match Han Pan's treatment because she wasn't wounded in the attack. Jennifer, Wong, Milvaganam, and Crawford were convicted and sentenced to 25 to life terms. Middle 2014 saw Carty's trial end in a mistrial. In December 2015, he pled guilty to arranging a murder and received an 18-year sentence with parole after 9 years. Grand Valley Institution for Women held Jennifer by 2016. Jennifer and her co-conspirators received an appeal and a fresh trial from the Ontario Court of Appeal in May 2023. The court ruled that the jury should have considered second-degree murder, manslaughter, and first-degree murder. Convictions for trying to assassinate Han Pan were upheld.